grey hair, my hair not cut, no makeup on, stuff like that. Still getting used to all this stuff. I quite like the comforts of my hat, and also it reminds me every day what will stand for the mess, the absolute mess of this country. I have just been watching the video of the 74-year-old woman who was arrested. It's only gone out 4 days ago, so I think this is the one from Saturday last week. I'm not 100% sure. And one thing that is very clear from this video is she says her grandfather, great grandfather, never came back from the war, and her grandfather never came back from the war, and she refuses to be told by agents of the state, not her words, it's what they are. They are agents of the state. They are protectors of the crown. They are protectors of long live the queen, long live the queen. This is the hierarchy. So if you imagine king on horses, queens, and then they had their knights, and then obviously the bishop, and blah blah blah, like a game of chess. Now remember the film, I can't think what it's called, something chess. I haven't got Netflix, so I haven't watched it. If someone can get it over to me, I'm willing to push my YouTube yet again. I am facing complete suspension of my YouTube channel being taken down. I don't want to lose the people that are here, so if you do want to stay updated with me, please do ring that little bell, subscribe. If you're not 100% sure why I live, please know that I have complex trauma. Why do I have complex trauma? I have complex trauma because every day when I wake up in a parallel universe. I wake up like a square peg in a round hole, and I have to bring myself back to the current reality of where I am pretty much every day. 8 years later, 5 years later of being sort of off the car, off the road, off of the streets. So please remember, a lot of people are very pissed off with me. Somebody's posted down on my comments that the people, I know who runs Child Matters. Please remember, Autism Women Matter, all those matters. I have all of the hashtags for everything to do with this. So when I first came onto this platform, onto social media, it was as a university student, as a mother who had to go home and be with her children, and I was able to use MSM to be able to connect up to the other people in my group, that we had labs and work groups and things like that, and I was able to use study groups over MSM. This caused problems for me when I was at college with Graham, because it opened up to me talking to men and women online. Men. Yeah. And obviously him as a male online with porn. So, wank. So anyway, I've been watching this video about this arrest, and all of a sudden, ping, I've had an idea. The only way you can really move around the world right now is if you are an athlete, if you are part of the Olympics. As we've said, Hunger Games time. Trans sport is what they are calling sports that are male-dominated sports that women do, such as judo, such as skateboarding, such as boxing, all these things that are male-dominated and women have obviously built up, which has been going on for years. We have an England football team in the women's. Obviously, they're not as big on the TV as such as the men's football, because they're not considered, real footballers, because they're women. But the Olympics is opening up massively soon, and please know this isn't it. We're now heading into the times where the council's been formed. This is it now. We are now under the... So basically, the people who are pulling the strings are going to all of a sudden go like this. And all of a sudden, you're already all lining up for it. So the PR and marketing worked. You're all lining up for the product. The product is the vaccination. The agenda is to have everybody vaccinated by 2025. This was agreed 10 years ago. In fact, this was agreed 25 years ago. I only came into the networks, into the think tanks, into all of the marketing and networking, and up to sort of likes of Donald Trump, Richard Branson, Alan Sugar, because of property, because I was going into property. Why was I going into property? Because I was building a property network for people who, like me, needed a guarantor. I have 10 days and counting as from now. I'm going to put it on this line very, very, very quickly. Josie's case is on the 18th of this month here in Portsmouth, where she has been absolutely run through the rest, but she's back here in Portsmouth in a hostile environment living. She's back under the same controls that if she's away, out, police come find her. She's back under all of those normal things to do with social. On the 18th, it is either the mother will be placed into, she could be in a Roberts Centre here where I started, in a proper home. Even my flat is still empty. She could be placed into a property. I hope they do this. She could have been getting this property ready for baby coming home. She has a legal obligation and duty by the council to house her here in Portsmouth as a care leaver, so she can then be even on benefits working. She has the gifts, she has the tools. She will never sing until she is singing to her daughter. She doesn't see that producing an album and getting the money, and you all trolled her. So that's the 18th of this month here in Portsmouth. I need to be able to pull some stuff off that I'm just not ready for. I have to be ready for. It's no other option but to be ready for, because I've been pulled into this case and slated. Baby has to come home on the 18th of January. Orders to come home. Now, Portsmouth City Council, if you move to care and placement orders, you force me to be able to step up. Josie to private rent. She has private rentals. If she can get it, she needs a guarantor. If anybody is willing to guarantor for an 18-year-old out there to private rent under secure universal credit housing benefits, or offer her a property here in Portsmouth, please help me. We have now got, as from tomorrow, 9 days and counting until her final court case, which has been pushed and pushed. It was originally September. It's been pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. The mayor, I have rang already and given him notification that if he doesn't intervene on this, if the MPs don't intervene on this, they give me no choice. I stay public because of the safety of my 2 children whenever I do anything that comes under domestic terrorism, anything that takes roofs, anything that holds down, anything that is considered protesting. They've locked down protesting to this 6 rule. It's actually really nice. I love going for my walk down to the beach, and we stick to our Saturdays because we know it's really quiet and everybody else is predominantly at home, probably getting pissed. But it's really nice to see parents on the park with their older kids. It's really nice to see teenagers gathering in 2s, 3s, 4s instead of in big groups down on the park. It's really nice to see families sitting together, and people within their own bubbles. What's the bubble? You'd have to go back to Autism Women Matter. And Monique did a thing called the Asperger's Autism Bubble to show you the spectrum of autism. Yes, and how it feels to be in a bubble. I love you too, my sweetheart. I love you lots. Lots and lots. To Aaron and Faith, I love you lots and lots, like jelly dots. So anyway, I've had an idea to bring all of this together. We need a relay. So basically that means that every single one of us gets 1 hour exercise. If between a mass network we can all hold the baton and keep the relay going all the way down Downing Street running, it means you are training. So one person goes, next person goes, next person goes, 1 hour. Exercising. You're not protesting, you're exercising. You saying hello?
Hello.
Bad haircut, by the way, because we've got beard clippers, not hair clippers, and Dad did it, not me, and we haven't finished.
Hi, studio.
It's called The Salon is Closed.
Hello.
Hello. So what do you think about a relay, Elijah? A relay is like a race. So basically there's usually 4. So you're going to need 5 plus the coach. So you haven't got 6, okay? Because the 6 is their number, not ours. But then 5. I got a bit of an issue about these 5 stars that are 5 pointed stars that have been everywhere all over Christmas. I tell you what, excuse me, you don't speak like that. I tell you one thing that's been really. Oh, we might be coming back. Are we coming? Yay, we're back. Let's say hello. So yeah, basically, between all of us, doesn't matter who we stand for, what we're
we
for,
can't say
whether
that.
it's animal rights,
Right.
human rights, spiritual
no-
rights, the
there's
planet's
no
rights,
numbers.
grandmother's
What?
rights, everybody's rights. We have a right to exercise. So let's exercise, guys. It doesn't matter if you walk, it doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair, it doesn't matter if you've got one leg. Just take it literally from your city place. I'm going to do the same around here, doing lap around my city, and I'm going to continue to do this. Hopefully I'll get a sitter as well to go and do my own. Basically, set up your own Teespring. Go on, design your own top, or you can go on my Teespring if you don't want to make the money, and you can design your own top. I'll put it up so you can design your own top and order it, and I'll put it down to the right basic price so you can order it at complete cost and buy your own top for what you stand for. So what is it you stand for? Do you stand for family? Do you stand for community? Do you stand for health? Do you stand for... Don't stand against. Stand pro what you want. Is it pro-children? Are you pro-children? And if you're pro-children, then be pro-family, okay? If you're against child abuse, then be pro boundaries for children. If you're against something, then step into the solution. But let's have a relay, guys. So then we haven't got little old women protesting, because the laws have been written for protesting. But we're all athletes in our own way. We are all excel in our own way. We can all exercise in our own way. So therefore, we can all exercise our rights a different way to their laws, which expands the boxes, bridges the gaps, and stops police from being able, because they can come out of uniform and join us, or do it as a police officer. And literally around the entire Great Britain and around the world, we could literally relay this to make sure that everybody takes their hour up.
To the kids.
So we don't protest, but we just let them know that we're there. So literally up Downing Street, walk up and down it. Just walk up and down it. In your local area, just walk up and down. Just put your t-shirt and your hoodie and your jumper on with your message on why you want to step up for you, step up for your family, and step up for what, Elijah?
Step up for Britain.
Step up for Britain. Step up for what? What else? What's your message to the world?
Why? You can't hear anything.
Mommy's gagged. Oh, Charlie lives near us. Say hello, Charlie. Charlie lives near us.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's local. We were making rice, but we got pizza dough ready for tomorrow. So, weren't we?
Stop it.
I don't actually think this is a very nice thing
Why?
to do.
Why?
Why? Because it silences what I'm trying to say.
Won't hurt you.
You won't hurt me. I wouldn't hurt you either. Oh, I love you. Got to protect these ones, guys, and parents that have had their children taken. Most people were coerced into it. Most people just didn't exercise their own rights or know their own rights. When you are a rabbit trapped in headlights and you're in trauma or have trauma or been trauma. Wow, like Shiloh, if you failed, try again. Keep trying, because you're not going to be able to go to the shop to buy pizza soon, so you better learn to cook. And the irony was, Shiloh said to me he wanted pizza, and I said we didn't have any, so it was him that got all the ingredients out to go and make it. I thought, hang on a minute, hang on, of course we've got pizza, we've got all of the ingredients for pizza, because I deliberately did this, because I don't know what's going to happen over the next couple of months. You don't want to lose me.
I don't want to lose you.
Do you know, I made a kid's promise once, and the only thing as a mother I've ever wanted. You want to make friends.
Yeah.
You're finding it very difficult without all your clubs and being able to have all your friends stay over and things, aren't you? Don't do that, because you haven't got any trousers on for a start, so I don't know where the camera sees. Anyway, we're watching Transformers, aren't we? And chilling out. Shiloh's asleep. And
What is that that says?
What does what say?
I'm up there.
Live. It says we've been on 15 minutes and 15 seconds.
What does that says?
Where?
What does that says? No. Yeah.
On my X.
Yeah.
What's this X?
Yes.
Do you know what this X stands for? What does it stand for?
No.
No, end it.
End it.
It's to end human slavery, so human
It says
trafficking.
no.
Yeah, it's to say no entry.
Entry.
And you know, don't you? Nobody's allowed to touch your penis. What do you do to anybody if they try to tell you that you have to keep a secret from mummy or daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what if anybody says they want to touch your penis?
Yes.
What do you do?
Punch them.
And who do you tell?
Yes.
You tell,
Yeah.
make sure you always tell mummy and daddy if anybody ever says anything to you that you know is not good. But for the moment, my children are not out of my damn sight. They're not going to nursery. They go to my mum's, that's it. And they're with their dads, that's it.
Where's your mama?
Where's my mum? That's your nanny.
Where's your mama?
Where's my mum?
Yeah.
My mum's your nanny.
Is your mum? Is he my nanny?
Yes, my mum's your nanny.
Huh. I love my nanny.
I know you love your nanny.
Wear your hat.
You love nanny very much, don't you?
I wear your hat.
Loves his nanny very much, don't you? In woe betide anybody who crosses this one's nanny. She's got two little
How
boys.
does that touch
Two
my
little
penis?
then you what?
Why?
Nobody ever. Even I caught him getting changed once, and I got chopped across the floor. Kids, well done.
Shut. Across the floor.
Yes. And he knows he's not allowed to go off with anybody if we're on the park.
I went to see someone say hello.
I know, but the boys are really, really struggling. So we're going to get a little bit of a community here of families with under fives that want to try and get bubbles together, particularly if you are single mothers, and try and just get some times that we can come out and be at the same time, let our children sort of intermix, and you know, keep a network between us, make sure nobody, you know, is coming down with anything. I'm not saying, I've never ever said the virus is not real. What I've said is that COVID has existed for so many years and it's different strains, but now we've got such marketing tools now, and basically that the media created such fear around it. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying that it's the first time a lot of people have lifted their heads out of the sand and gone, oh, you know, hang on a minute, there's a world around me, and hang on a minute, we've got a whole world, and hang on a minute, half the population don't even have internet. Some people don't have cookers. But obviously we've been manipulated for so long about sort of Africa, and
What does that say?
that's that's Charlie writing a message. In fact, we've probably even passed Charlie
Who's
without
talking?
even realising
Who's
it.
talking?
If you do
Who's
pass
talking?
us, you are welcome
Who's
to say
talking on
hey,
the phone?
hello. I know somebody passed me the other day and
Hello?
said it's taken them months to sort of come and say hello, but they do watch my lives and keep going. Do you know, the other day I met with some police officers, right? I said to the social worker, I said,
Ah!
2 seconds. Don't do this, it's not nice. I said to the police officer, no, I said to the social worker, police officers should be really careful with Asperger's people, you know, because we take things literally. I have to sit and work things out sometimes. So when a police officer gives me the thumbs up, it was actually an SEO, or whatever they're called, says, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, then you should be careful knowing somebody's full agenda. And obviously, you'll know I've got the maps from when the World Health Organization for World Sustainability was formed, and obviously you could get all of them in this one room. So everybody that's pulling the strings right now, that's trying to get into your homes, into your TVs, into your mind, into your way of thinking, dominating you, getting you to think this way, without giving you the real tools. So basically, they're asking you to go and build a house. They've given you the land, and then they're saying, there's some bricks, there's some wood, there's some bits, but you've got no nail, no cement, no nothing like that. Well, it doesn't really work. So yes, I do believe in vaccinations. I have in injections. I have been saved many a times by hemorrhaging and being given injections. I've been saved by the NHS with my vocal cords. I've had gas and air. I've had bethadine. I've had medication. I've even had antidepressants. What I'm saying is there is a core need of us first. We have our own DNA. We have our own immune system. We have our own education. And people are lining up for a vaccination when you've been lining at Tesco's in massive big orders. What, darling?
I got to see him.
Who do you want to go and see?
Your friend.
I don't have any friends, Elijah. Not really.
That
Not actual
guy
friends that
with
are
the
my friends.
blue
I know
lights.
people, but friends, not real. I used to,
that
long time
lady
ago.
With the cat.
Oh, you want to go and see the lady with the cat?
I want to see him right now.
Well, you can't go right now. Shiloh's asleep. You have to wait until the morning now.
No.
So anyway, guys, unless I'm back and forth later, I use the lives because it helps me process. It helps me think. It helps me get things out as well. It helps me keep a diary. It helps me stay connected to all this fragmented stuff that's going on, and it stops me fragmenting basically. But will I ever get back to what my social media should have done? And that was getting the Step Up Britain core modelled out to you to make sure that you were financially independent and on your own land when this happened. Can I still pull that off? Who knows? Will I break my gag? They still got me down here. They still come in every time I do something, and
No.
you know.
Go
So
right now.
no, we're not going right now.
Yes.
And obviously the video's taken down because of copyright.
Yes.
But I hope you got the general picture that is what's called
I see him again. Right now.
predictive programming. So it gets you to now go, oh my goodness, this is going to get worse. Line up for the vaccination, put my masks on, and conform to the ways of the world. Yes, I got to go anyway, guys. Do not conform to the ways of the world
I have to take
by the
you.
renewal of your mind.
Want to say hello?
Say bye-bye.
No, I want to say.
What do you want to say? You've just turned my camera over.